Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Morris, CEO of RocketLife. One of the things about RocketLife is that it is probably not what you think it is. A lot of people look at it as just a piece of software that creates photo books or other gifting items. It actually is a lot more than that. And I want to show you RocketLife first really quickly because so many people really haven't taken the time to look at it. And I want to show you how fast I can actually create an item or a book or whatever it is. Now, what we're showing out there is our newest kiosk version of it that's actually in testing. You can see how fast we're actually going through, organizing our photos and creating a book. There's a special version of this that I actually like in terms of themes. Themes are really important. They definitely are not templates. I'm going to apply it to all the pages. If we look at this book, it looks like a pretty good book already, and I haven't really done anything. I don't like this particular photo, so I can actually find a new one to put in place just by doing that, so it runs a lot quicker. I want to add a title to this particular one. Just to show you an idea of what it looks like. Put that at the top. I want to change the font. I want to change the color of the font. I want to make it bigger. It's that quick and easy to actually make changes to it. There's a lot of different changes we can make. At this point in time, I've actually made a book that's actually purchasable if you wanted to, buyable in different sizes, but I want to go ahead and illustrate another point. Here's a calendar. We're going to go ahead and continue to move on. We're going to take the design from the book. That design that we just created now is in the calendar, and you can see it from this page. We can make additional changes to it, just like you saw me doing, but I want to go back to the catalog again and add another product to it. So in a matter of just a few minutes worth of time, I have made 3 products while I've been talking to you. So now these mugs are done. We'll take them from the calendars, and you can see it just transferred the designs across. So why do we do this? We do this because our philosophy really is that RocketLife is something more than just a photo book making piece of software. It actually is, we call it digital photo expression, but we actually call it something more than that, which is it's a photo expression operating system. So what you've seen us presenting for the last couple of years is a way for retailers to monetize the creation of print items in the form of books and mugs and things of that nature. But our underlying technology is actually bigger than that, which allows us to use intelligent theming to create business-to-business type of products and so forth. So it becomes an underlying operating system. I'll show you an example of that in just a moment. But when we look at this screen right here, you can see that central to it is a RocketLife production service, RLPN. And in there is the theme repositories, product definitions, print data storage, order routing, and so forth. So any order from any retailer can be sent through any of these different vehicles to be fulfilled either in a local store or through a central lab and be mailed. The input devices are mobile, of course, kiosk, desktop, and web. And so it's a very, very sophisticated backend system that actually makes it viable in lots of markets. When we create the user interfaces, I've heard throughout this conference people talking about ease, use, making it simple, hide the underlying things, but make it deep, do all those kinds of things. And we think that RocketLife is continually balancing those objectives, which is to make it easy, fast, rich, and something that a user can come back to and do more and more things. And RocketLife is definitely rich in its abilities. We also hear people talking about abandonment rates and so forth. We don't have the abandonment rate. We actually have something different, which is the buy rate is they buy usually more than one instead of just one at a time. But one of the things that we have seen in the industry, along with our competitors, is if we don't have enough content that makes the purchase relevant for what the customer is doing at that time, then there's no reason for them to make anything. And so what we looked at is that as a very serious issue, because from an economics perspective, if you're having to create lots and lots of themes, which you have to do, and you have to create a new theme for each individual product that you make, because a large T-shirt's different size than a small T-shirt, and every time you have to go back and do that, it costs you money. And so we're really emphasizing the fact that you need to have lots and lots of themes, but you need a technology that makes it possible to do economically and quickly. And so we invested a lot of time in creating lightweight, very powerful themes. So in the previous slide, I was talking about 62 themes, which is a reasonable number of themes to spread the interest in buying things out over the calendar year, including sports and the rest of those things. And if we have 51 products and you multiply that times 62 themes, if you were using template technology, that'd be 3,162 templates. And that's just actually insane. And if you figure it took 4 hours to do it, that's 12,000 plus hours or 6 man years for someone to create these themes. That's really nutty. And if they were like twice as good as I'm saying here, that's still 3+ man years. And so anytime you want to go in and make a seasonal change or even take advantage of like a concert or an event that happened in your community, it's going to take you, at least 300 themes to cover the products that you have to make that work. And so we do things differently. What we have is proprietary software that we call RocketLife Production or RocketLife Creation System. And what it does is, I wish that the projector was a little bit larger. It would make more sense to you if you saw it big. But what it does is it is the backbone that allows us to create aspect-independent theme material, describe information of how an item should treat a photo. And so in this particular case, I've added a background photo, as you can see, to this theme. You can see that there's actually lighting treatments that are actually done to this theme. It's tinted and manipulated. Now, if I change the aspect ratio of this theme, you notice that the theme actually changes. And it looks appropriate to the relevance of what it is that I'm doing, no matter what things I change to it. That's kind of important because, this is a coffee mug. This is a portrait book. This is a landscape book. And all these things are done with one theme. So when a customer goes from one product to the next product to the next product, the theme automatically applies, makes adjustments, and creates it. Now I want to show you one more powerful theme really quick because it'll actually illustrate a little bit better some of this. So in this particular case, if we notice, you can see the clouds. The clouds actually still look like clouds regardless of what I do with it. They act and behave the way that they should in any different size that I do it. Same thing with the grass and so forth. And that's really a very powerful feature because you don't have to redesign a new template for any size item that you make. Now this particular one you see is actually one of the biggest ones, and this is 146K for this particular one. The overall theme itself has 11 variations to it, which are these kinds of things, all these different types. And so overall the whole thing is about 2.7 megabytes. A lot of them are less than that, but that applies to every product you have in the catalog. So if you have 1,000 products in the catalog, it only takes 2 megabytes of data to actually make themes for all of those things. So we see that as a very powerful thing. So templates, let's do this again. Templates we think are old. They're going to cost you a fortune to support. When you go to upgrade your kiosks or anything in the field, they're very heavy from a data perspective. One quick story, we have a retailer that is currently testing the software in their stores. We do an update about every week, and we get a kind of a upset phone call that they're not sure if it's working right because it took 90 seconds to update the last update and do the whole install. And we're saying, yeah, that's about right. That's about 250 megabytes of stuff. And they said, well, our previous vendors was like 10 gigabytes. And so I'm a little bit, surprised at the speed. And I said, yeah, well, we could actually keep you updated online and not worry about it. Okay, now another issue or another area that we actually target, and I have to go really, really fast because I have 56 seconds left, is that it's important for you to be where your customers are. And so we have, and I said this is an operating system, and one of our customers has actually customized splash screens that change the tool and its personality. And you can see there's 4 different personalities here. They can create a web page that has a particular flavor for it and follow all the way through. So in this particular one, we have the Big 10. It's cross-country. It pre-selects the tools to say cross-country theme. You use graphics that come from that university, pre-select this product. It comes in and it creates a product for the customer in that theme without the customer not doing anything at all other than selecting his photos. So it creates a continuity of what they're doing. Okay, so where is it all going? Well, again, we see it as a commerce window. It's really important for us to transact with our customers when we can. Using our lightweight theming technology, we can apply that to mobile, so we can use the same themes that are created for our website, for online and the rest of the solutions in a mobile application that is either printed or delivered locally to your mini lab, and in addition to that, along with our idea that you make one by many, is we commerce additional items from that transaction so that we keep that customer going. So.